Wait a minute, so you mean to tell me Paul in there getting smacked around like one of those turn tops?
Kierra loves TV. Yes, I made a theme song so that I can talk about all my favorite shows. Oh yeah! And this is just your disclaimer that this is not me talking about any of the actors themselves, but more so their characters. Please do not attack me in the comments. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, even those who disagree with me. But let's keep it friendly. All right, let's get started with the show.
Talk about dirty laundry.
That's actually insane because I think for one of the chapters on that last video or the video before, that's literally what I said. I said Gabrielle's dirty laundry. Am I? Okay, never mind.
Place. Usual. To the truth.
As she waited,
She's mean.
she worried that Susan's streak of bad luck would continue. Third, cats can't open drawers, can they?
Anybody see that shadow in the back?
No way.
Right here.
He broke in? Mr. Whiskers! Had finally started to change.
Okay, so if you missed the last episode, please check it out on my channel.
The evening concluded with Officer Thompson offering safety tips.
Key, regular surveillance will deter even the most... Questions?
You're looking like...
Evidence. I think this is a screwdriver left behind by the burglar. And I'll make sure it gets done.
Okay, let's not forget that little phone call with Mike when it was like the end of, I think it was episode 2. And he was like, I haven't found anything yet. So Mike is up to something in the background. But I think they tried to play it off as though, like, oh, he was looking at her because he was jealous.
Your kids both went to Barcliff Academy, didn't they? Yes.
We recommend the twins. Beautifully baked.
What is that? Is that pizza? Is that quesadilla? But a quesadilla sounds really good right now. I might get me one after I start recording.
You want me to lie? Yeah, thought that was understood. Well, by the time they realize their mistake, we'll be in. Paul and Zach are fighting again. It's the second time this week. They never used to fight like that when Mary Alice was alive. Just because you didn't hear them fighting doesn't mean they were happy. Gabrielle was about to experience a home invasion of her own. What are you doing here?
I came to visit my son and daughter-in-law.
Families should always hug, regardless of how they feel about each other.
It's so crazy because I was literally just discussing this with someone the other day about how, like, I in general do not receive aggressive family members very well. Like, like sometimes you got those family members that will like cuss out little kids and they'll be like, yeah, come here, little MF. And then you just be like, that's a child. I don't know. I never liked that growing up. Like the people that were like extra loud and just like kind of almost rude in a way. Like I did not gravitate towards them that well. Like, so I'm like saying like how she was like, come, give me a hug and all that. Like I would have been, my instinct would have been to run away.
Wonderful.
That's great.
If we decide to enroll your children.
If he made sure to put that emphasis on that.
Fascinating. They even have their own twin secret language, don't they, Tom?
Yeah, they bark and growl at each
Sorry,
other.
Tom. Mr. Lentz was trying to say something. Sorry, go on.
I tell you what, I'm going to put them on our must-meet list.
What is a must-meet list?
We bring them in for observation to see how they play with the other children.
God, are they kids or dogs?
Hey,
Thanks again for driving them to the bus.
happy to do it.
Spend the night.
You're in the NRA. You own like 4 guns. If somebody broke in, I'd expect you to protect me.
Rex, the truth.
Is when I'll be all by myself in this house for the first time in 17 years.
I know it's hard to hear, but the marriage counseling might not work out.
AKA, I'm hoping it won't work out.
Being alone.
AKA, you're gonna be alone.
You're right. That was hard to hear.
I ain't gonna lie, them sandwiches look real good. I'm so hungry. I need to stop recording when I'm hungry. I'm always talking about food, but I am a tourist.
What are you doing?
That is for the kids' trip.
I'm staying at a motel. I haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
I'm staying at a hotel. I'm staying at a hotel because when we were at the dinner party, you mentioned that I cry when I and it's really all my fault because if I would just kept my little mouth shut and went according to plan and just not aired out our dirty laundry, then everything would have went fine. So it's really my fault that I've been the stupid like, what the world? What are we talking about?
Might not work out. You need to get used to bad cooking.
Clock it.
Screwdriver girl.
Ooh, he's giving her a nickname.
Just came by to tell you that I took your evidence into the lab for fingerprints.
Sorry.
Actually, I'd like to call you anyway, if that's okay.
I am not really available.
You have a boyfriend?
Yeah, sort of. Fine. I'll go out with you.
I mean, but like my thing about that, about her accepting the date is like, isn't that kind of gonna send, like, I know it doesn't matter because he hasn't like locked her down, but like Mike already is kind of getting this feeling that she doesn't really like him. Isn't that only gonna make it worse?
Be outside doing my yoga.
She's family. She doesn't need an invitation.
It is rude. It is.
So, mijo, I assume you didn't insist that I travel 2,000 miles for small talk. So you think she's cheating on you?
Think so?
We can talk about your problem, but I'm not going to have any of that.
I know that was supposed to be funny. I get it. I totally get the joke. That like, you know, oh, he thinks that she's gonna caress him and then she just smacks him. I get it. But like, that is the problem. Like, that is the problem with men today, is that they're not nurtured. That is literally the response they get from their mothers, from their dads especially. And it just makes them into emotionally unavailable men who don't know how to respond to a woman's emotion. Sorry. Just had to get that off my chest.
Do you have any proof?
No, it's just a feeling.
I'll take care of it. I'm sorry I had to hit you, but we're strong people, and we don't cry about our problems.
This is the problem. This is literally the problem. Like, why does Gabrielle feel so disconnected from me? And then literally, like, this is why Gabrielle feels disconnected from him, because he is emotionally disconnected. He doesn't understand that it's gonna take more than paying for everything. Like, that's not enough. That's like giving her everything physically that she wants is not enough to satisfy her. It's just not. My favorite thing about the twins is that sometimes if you pay attention, and it'll keep happening, and maybe I'll point it out every time I see it, but like if you look at them, they'll keep laughing. Like, they laughed a lot, and I think they tried to cut it out as much as possible, but they were having the time of their life. Like, I can just tell. I'm talking about the actors.
I can still see your head. The pool's not deep enough.
Are your boys usually so docile?
They're always a little shy at first. Look at that concentration. Mama, I'll be right back. I'm going to the store. Gabrielle, I'm coming with you. Hey, Mike.
Hey, how's it going?
So you remember the cop from the neighborhood watch meeting? The cop asked me out.
Oh?
And I sort of said yes. Was just curious what you thought about that. I just was wondering your opinion.
I don't really have one.
Okay. Thank you.
Susan, wait. I'm sorry. My life is just really complicated right now.
You don't have to explain.
It's poor communication on both their parts, to be completely honest. Like, on one hand, like, I get what Susan was trying to do, and honestly, I probably would do the same thing. But anyway, the point is that I feel like Susan is trying to just get an understanding of, like, how serious this thing is with Mike, and she doesn't want to, you know, do it if it's gonna hurt him. But then again, you know, Mike has his own little mystery going on in the background, so he can't, you know, really connect with Susan, I think, the way he wants to. It's just not blending. Like, it's poor communication skills. He should have just told her no, but then also I get why, like, we know, you know, it's the irony, like, we understand why he's being weird, but she doesn't know. So then it's revealed that a screwdriver is missing from Mike's garage. So of course, like I said, he is involved in this little thing.
Hi, Zachary. I'm sorry, the door was open and...
It's okay. You can come in.
Is your father here? We were scheduled to do a patrol today.
You had to go out of town. Again.
What happened to your varnish?
I messed up the floor trying to get out the blood.
Zach, do you have plans for dinner?
So you shop a lot, huh?
Yeah, so?
Most women that shop a lot is because they don't have anything better to do.
And this is why nobody wants to hang around you.
I invite you on a nice shopping trip and you find ways to upset me.
Oh, you didn't invite me. I invited myself.
True.
You keep looking at your watch. Is there someplace you have to be?
No, I like my life a lot. It's very fulfilling.
Excuse my daughter-in-law. She's very fulfilled.
So what's going on there? Gophers.
Wow.
I like how it's like a common theme in the show so far that like they all lie to each other. They all lie to each other. Bree lies to them. Lynette lies to them about her life. Susan well, actually, I don't think I've caught Susan in a lie just yet. Gabrielle lies too. Like, everybody's pretty much lying.
I just smiles at me 3 times and I'm picking out wedding china.
Aw, why do I relate?
I'm a mess. But to be fair, that's part of your charm. What does that mean anyway? My life is complicated.
I guess we better find out.
What's with the face?
I screwed up. I broke into the Frome house and almost got caught. Anyway, the police are running a check and I'm in the system.
That's a sweet sound. Laughter like that, huh? Pisses me off. If and when your cover is blown, you disappear.
That's a sweet sound, huh? Laughter. Huh?
You keep fixing the neighbors' pipes.
Well, the more time I spend in this town, the more I think we're making a mistake. They're nice people.
My money says one of them isn't. No more screw-ups.
Okay, but what does that do about the fingerprints? Because whether he stay there and keep fixing pipes or not, what is that going to do about the fingerprints?
Look, don't be mad.
I waited at that motel for 3 hours for you. I had to use a month's worth of lunch money to pay for that room.
Juanita hasn't let me out of her sight since she's gotten here. She's watching her Mexican soap opera.
You know, just so you know, I've turned down half the pep squad for you. You know, I'm starting to think that maybe I should be with someone my own age.
You should. I thought teenage girls bored you, John. Damn it. Virgin gave it up already?
Saved by the Bell.
Tomorrow, meet me at the front entrance of the mall after school.
What about your mother-in-law?
Don't worry, think of something.
Now Barcliffe wants a donation?
A generous donation will ensure our kids beat him out. 15,000.
We don't have that. Maybe it's time that we look into homeschooling.
It's got its advantages.
It's gonna fall on her. Of course you're offering up homeschool now, because it's not gonna fall on you, Mr. Worky.
You know, kids in homeschool do better in their later years.
They won't make it to their later years if I have to spend all day with them.
And sometimes you gotta make the sacrifice.
Yeah, she has to make the sacrifice. Like, how... I think I posted it today on my TikTok. Like, she is gilded lily coated all the way.
I never get depressed if there's a beautifully decorated tree to look at.
My mom and I would always decorate our tree together. This Christmas is gonna be weird.
My mother died when I was young. She was hit by a car. And I looked out the window. I saw all of my mother's blood on the street. And nobody was doing anything about it. So I got a hose and I washed it off. And once it was clean, I felt so much better.
And I wonder, is that where her obsession with things being orderly, clean, like all that kind of stuff, like I wonder, is that where that started?
I know why my mom killed herself.
You do?
It was something I did. Something bad.
Zach, sweetheart.
No, I better not. I shouldn't have said anything.
I can't believe Zach said that. What else did he tell you? Have you ever had real old-fashioned eggnog?
I don't think so.
It has quite a kick.
What is eggnog? I don't even know what that is. Like, I've obviously I've heard about it over the years in my life, you know, but I don't actually know what it is, and I don't know what it tastes like. Is it even good? It does not sound good. It sounds nasty. So next, Bree invites Zach over to have eggnog and, you know, just like, I guess, to have like a bunch of food or whatever, and she's trying to get more out of him in regards to what he possibly could have done to make marry Alice unalive herself.
We need to spice up your wardrobe. Try this one on. While you change, I'm gonna make a quick run to the bookstore. Wait, I'm coming with you. No. I'll just be a minute with you.
Wait a minute, did she have shapewear on?
Gabrielle! Telling you, I don't know where that blouse came. Keep your stupid blouse. I'm gonna have to find my daughter and Gabrielle!
You know, I've never really understood that. Like, if you accidentally, like, if they catch you with something in your bag, obviously stealing is wrong. But I'm saying if they catch you with something in your bag, like, and you're like, oh, my bad, and you just give it to them, like, why do they still take you in for, like, why do they still arrest you? Why do they even bother you after that? Why don't they just let you, like, go on about your way? I don't get it. Unless you have, like, a history of, like, they caught you multiple times, like, why don't they just let you go?
Would you like to have dinner with me?
Sweetie, I was just coming over to talk to you. I have to cancel. We'll have our impromptu holiday dinner.
Bree, ain't no way. Like, I get it. It's called Desperate Housewives. Somebody commented that under one of my TikTok videos. They were like, I think I was talking about Edie, and I was like, oh my God, like one of the worst plot lines. It happens later, but it's with Edie. And somebody commented, and they were like, it's called Desperate Housewives. And I thought that was so hilarious, because, like, oh yeah, I forgot.
They're down.
Oh, thank you.
Look at Tom actually helping for once.
You tossed out that little sacrifice comment a while ago. If another sacrifice has to be made, I think it's your turn on the merry-go-round.
I can't be with the kids all day. I'd lose my mind.
Oh, would you? Oh, but you expect her to do it.
Hey, okay, I get it. Hey, homeschooling.
He's acting like she pointed a gun at him. That's how frantic he's acting right now.
How are we going to scrape together 15 grand for this endowment?
This is why it irritates me when men act like women are so inferior. And this is not like a I hate all men thing, even though... Anyway, but yeah, this is not like that. I just feel like, you know, men act like women are so inferior to them, and literally we handle things all the time that they would rather jump into the ocean than deal with. And that's not all men, but it's a good portion. It's enough.
Think real hard.
Oh no.
Yeah, because when he said sacrifice, he really meant Lynette makes another sacrifice, not him. So, Tom, let me take your point back.
I thought this went to the lab.
All right, you got me.
And that means what?
No one would authorize lab time or a computer search for a case like this.
So why couldn't you just tell me that?
I thought we were clicking. Does this need to be a big deal? Come on, don't be such a girl about this.
And you lost me.
Done with you.
Where are you going? It's not safe.
I'd rather take my chances on the street. Thank you very much.
No, she's smart. No, that's very, very smart. I feel like a lot of times as women, we try to like we accept the little lies because it's like, well, it's not that serious. It's just a little lie. I mean, it's not that deep, you know. I mean, he only lied about what his name was, or he only lied about, okay, that's not a little lie, but he only lied about I'm trying to think of one. I can't think of one. But you know, like, you know what I'm talking about. Like when you're in a relationship and it's like early on and you catch that first lie or that second lie and you tell yourself like, well, you know, I mean, it's really not that important. Like it's so small. But the thing is, why lie in the first place? That tells everything you need to know about his character. Get out and get out fast. Just one more thing about that though. I feel like, to piggyback, like what the alternative of what will happen is you'll just keep accepting the little lies and the big lie will come and then you'll feel like a complete idiot because how did you not see that this person was obviously, you know, a liar, you know, and I feel like that's how you escape that. You don't accept any lies, period, or maybe a one lie minimum, but that's it. Okay. Like, and it can't be about something serious. So yeah. And don't accept that whole thing about, oh, well, you know, I lied because I wanted to protect you, or I lied because there's no reason to lie, okay? If you know yourself that you would not lie to another person, you should not accept them lying to you. And that's that.
Some change for this 5, preferably quarters. Honey, if I got paid in quarters, I'd be doing something very wrong.
True.
Hey, you want to use my cell? I have weekend minutes. Oh, thank you so much.
Hey, babe.
Thank you, no. I'm on a break. Hurry, please.
I'm on a break is crazy. You do not work there.
We got a call? Something about a break-in?
Okay, now it's sinister. At first I was like, well, why is Paul there? Like, I get, like, he tried to do this whole thing, like, I don't know if he was, like, trying to impress her, or, like, I don't understand his intention, but I'm assuming it was to impress her. But then to put Mary Alice's stocking up there, that's a little morbid.
Chop down one of our pine trees?
Dang, you couldn't even just bought a Christmas tree?
Zach, why did you do this?
I don't know.
Take off those handcuffs, please.
Zach?
Oh, no. No, we already have enough trouble with Gabrielle. I can't. And then he's actually, the actor is actually super young. Like, let's not. So Julie ends up calling Mike and he picks up Susan.
Mama Solis, Carlos is gonna be late for dinner. It's just the two of us.
I need to talk to you.
I'd be in my head like, please don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me. Talk to anybody else. Don't talk to me. Mama Solis, she's playing this role way too good because she's getting on my nerves.
One night when Carlos was 4.
And this is part of Carlos's problem. This is part of why he is the way he is and why their relationship is sinking like the Titanic.
I made sure that Diego Solis never hurt my son or me ever again. If you pray hard enough, God gives you the tools to your salvation.
I'm a big manifester. I know this like is totally off the subject, but well, it's not really off the subject, but I'm a really big believer in manifestation, and that's kind of like the same thing with manifestation. Like if you put it out there into the universe enough, like it will come back to you. Like, and suddenly all the things that and I've seen it happen because it's happened to me. But like I've manifested things before, and it's so crazy how like when you just start to put that energy out there, like the exactly what you're looking for will appear right in front of you, and you'll be shocked at how specific it is.
Carlos said that his father left for a waitress in El Paso. That's what he was told. I don't know why you're telling me this.
Oh, girl, please. You know.
I think you do.
Right. Gabrielle, don't play on this lady top. She's clearing you right now. Like, please. And I ain't like how they had her using them little tools either. I ain't like that. That was making me feel like some type of way.
I'm sorry I didn't stop you from going out with that guy.
I'm not mad at you. I mean, I'm not just mad at you. I'm mostly mad at myself.
Susan is more like how I used to be, like in that regard, what she just said about like barely knowing a guy and like falling head over heels. I think like for me, I'm kind of in a transitional phase in my life where like moving forward, I feel like it's going to take a lot more for me to really like settle on a person and feel like, oh, this is the one. Like it's so much more. I feel like, you know, I was looking before with like more of my teenage lens and not needing to know much and just, ooh, I love him. And that's it. That's all I needed. And now it's more like, no, like I need to know so much more about you. Like it's going to take a lot more to just really have me sold on the idea of us actually being long term.
What do you think of me?
And this is what you want guys to do. You want them to shut you up with a little smoochy smooch. But no, let's get back to what we was talking about. Like, no, like that can't be the end all No, like, it's a distraction. Let's focus. Susan, you're doing it again. I love you to death. I love her. Like, love her heart. But Susan, you're doing it again. Bree is me, cause like, what you say? What y'all here said?
Mrs. Vandekamp.
Hi, Zach. I just wanted to see if everything was all right.
Everything's fine.
I'll see you tomorrow then.
I'm sure that you will.
Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me Paul in there getting smacked around like one of those turntops, or spun around like one of them little, them little oh my god, them things that like you I used to have one. It was like from Brother Bear. Oh my god, I miss it so bad. But like, I used to have this thing and it would spin. Like, you would put it on the table, and if you just spun it a little bit, it would keep spinning. Anyway, that's what I'm saying. He turned him around like that. Anyway,
trying to hide from getting in will be those we invite in.
Some pizza sounds good now. Oh my god, I need to eat after this.
Yin, we never truly get to know.
All right, so the episode ends with Zach going off in a truck with Paul. Nobody knows where he's going. And they got into some big fight the night before. We got Susan and Mike. They're finally starting to connect and kindle that little romance. And we got Lynette, who finally got the twins into the school. And Gabrielle is still being harassed by Mama Solis. And Bree is perplexed as to, like, how she's going to get answers about what happened about, with Mary Alice. So that wraps up this episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one.